Please subscribe my channel. The scent of butter and garlic still lingered on my hands when my dad let out a laugh. Not a small chuckle, but a deep, satisfied one, like a lock clicking into place. Definitely, he said, and everything inside me froze. I stood there holding the wooden spoon in midair, the stove's heat brushing against my wrists. The kitchen had that artificial holiday glow that families use to cover up problems, shiny tinsel hanging in the doorway, a fake wreath dropping plastic needles on the counter, my mom's porcelain nativity scene staring blankly from the windowsill, with chips along the edges. Everyone acting like this was a sacred place. Are you sure? I asked slowly. My voice stayed steady. That was the final notice they overlooked. My dad leaned back in his chair, arms folded, stomach pushed out, grin full of superiority. My mom wouldn't meet my eyes. She was too focused on straightening silverware that was already perfect. Yes, he said. We tossed them in the garbage. That's when I knew for certain, not just guessed, but knew. The room seemed to shrink, like the walls had moved closer. The clock over the refrigerator ticked way too loud. My heart beat slower instead of faster. That calm scared me more than any panic could. Which garbage? I asked. My dad shrugged. The outside one. The truck already came. He was clearly enjoying this. I could see it in his eyes, not happiness, but power. He believed he had won. He thought he had put me in my place. I placed the spoon down carefully. Too carefully. Good, I said. The words sounded off. My mom glanced up. My dad's smile faltered for a second. Good, he echoed. I turned to face them completely then. I wiped my hands on a dish towel, nice and slow. I kept my voice even. Staying calm frightens people more than yelling does. That was the last court notice, I said. Silence didn't just drop, it shattered. My mom's face lost all color first, like someone had pulled it away. My dad blinked once, then again. His smile tried to return but couldn't. Court, he said. Yes, I answered. The one about the house in Seattle. The fake signatures, the money transfers you thought I never noticed. His chair scraped against the floor as he stood up quickly. My mom's hands began to shake. The silverware rattled like chattering teeth. You're making this up, my dad said, but his voice gave him away. Too high, too quick. I looked straight into his eyes. I didn't look away. The kitchen had always been their territory, their rules, their control bubbling in every dinner I had to sit through. Every choice made for my own good. For years they had trained me to obey, calling it love, and to stay quiet, calling it respect. I remembered another holiday season long ago, when I was 32 and still trusted them. Back then, my dad would put a hand on my shoulder and say, family comes first. What he really meant was, you come last. When I got the job offer in London, the one that would have finally got me far away, they smiled, hugged me, and bragged to relatives about how proud they were. Then the letters began to disappear. Official ones, important ones, always lost. You're worrying too much, my mom would say. Trust us, my dad would insist. So I did, until I started noticing patterns. A deadline ignored here. A document misplaced there. A bank notification that didn't line up with what I knew. I began making copies of everything, taking pictures of envelopes, saving voice messages. I stopped asking questions. I started observing. That's the problem with people who believe they own you. They get sloppy. The truth didn't come in a big explosion. It built quietly, piece by piece, until it crushed everything. A signature that wasn't mine, but looked like it. A power of attorney filed without my permission. Funds moved around. Property changed. My future erased. I didn't yell. I didn't break down. I prepared. By the time this holiday arrived, I had stopped pretending. The attorney was ready. The bank was alerted. The court was waiting. All I needed was clear proof of their intent. And then my dad laughed. Back in the kitchen, his confidence was fading fast. He started pacing. My mom collapsed into her chair, hands shaking in her lap. You can't prove a thing, he said. I smiled then, small and steady. You already did, I replied, by throwing them out. I watched understanding hit them, slow and painful. The way his jaw clenched. The way my mom's breathing turned quick and shallow. The city truck picked up the bin, I went on. They record collections with timestamps for destroying mail. That's a federal crime. By the way, tampering, obstruction. My dad's legs gave out. He dropped heavily into the chair behind him. You wouldn't, he whispered. I leaned forward just a little. I already did. What followed wasn't dramatic. No screaming, no broken dishes, just the quiet sound of a man falling apart in real time, and a woman seeing that the silence she had used as a weapon had finally come back against her. The court handled it quickly and fairly. The house in Seattle went back to me. The accounts were locked. Inquiries began. Family friends quit calling. Neighbors looked away. I left quietly, taking only what belonged to me, and I left the kitchen clean.